Perhaps she's ill.
When members of this family take to their bed, it's not usually because they're ill. That girl Kelly, the tarty one who went to Ibiza last night, she came back in a taxi.
Oh, must have been expensive.
No, he went without her. Denounced her for adultery at the airport.
Adultery at the airport?
Mind you, I never thought he were any good, all that hair, and you could never tell a word he said.
Must have been a long delay.
And I thought the brother was the pick of the bunch. At least he's smart.
Was it a pilot?
Who?
The man at the airport, the one she committed adultery with.
Gloria Weaver, what are you talking about? She committed adultery with her brother. It's incest we're talking about.
Aren't they just stepbrother and sister?
Oh, well, if you want to split hairs. Of course, the father was murdered.
Well, that was hardly his fault, I suppose.
And to think they've got the same name as the royal family. Personally, I blame the mother. Flaunting her body about. Offering herself to every weak-minded, sex-starved man who comes along.
Look, why don't you just give up and go to supermarket? I hear they got big bottles of mouthwash on special offer there.
I'm going to have to sell the shop. We're going to have to move.
Don't be ridiculous.
If you think I can show my face in this village again, then you're very much mistaken. You've ruined us, you and her.
You're overreacting.
Overreacting? This isn't one of our usual little peccadillos, is it? This is... How long's it been going on? How long has this been going on?
Does it really matter?
Did you just marry Roy and then fancy somebody on the side? Is that it? Anybody? It didn't really matter who?
No. It started before me and Roy got married. I thought I was in love with Scott, but then it didn't feel right. So I married Roy. But then I just couldn't help it.
It wasn't going on all the time, you know.
No wonder he dumped you at the airport.
This is not why he dumped me. I don't know why he dumped me. It's disgusting. It makes me feel sick.
You still didn't have to go and tell everybody, did you? Blurt it out in the middle of the pub. You could have just waited. Just get out of my sight.
Diane.
Sit down. Finish your breakfast. I can find my own way to the kettle.
Well, we made a start. Mark's been giving me a hand.
Not bad at all for a couple of useless men.
Well, better at cooking, really.
No, it's fine. I've been in some bachelor pads. He'd have to dynamite the dirt to get it off. Oh, did you make that list for me with all the favourite foods on it?
Yes. Mark's made a welcome home banner as well.
Oh, I'll get that put up. Andy, beans, smoky bacon crisps, shepherd's pie, little cakes with bits on.
He means butterfly cakes.
I'll do the shopping after lunch. With Albanese, it was jammy dodgers. Oh, she'd do anything for a jammy dodger when she was 8.
Hi. I've come to join the early shift. Is that kettle on?
It is. Just one brew, mind. I need to crack on. But if you want to go and do manly things out in the fields, I might put my bonnet on later and bring you a couple of cold beers with your lunch.
You're on.
Donna, do you hate me?
I don't feel anything for you at all.
Don't say that. I couldn't help it, you know. You have feelings for Mark, don't you? It's just the same with me and Scott.
Don't you dare compare me and Mark to you and Scott.
He's not my brother.
Well, it felt like he was. And it felt like you and my sister. Don't anymore.
I'm sorry.
Don't have a family anymore.
Sorry.
The only one I care about is Roy. And he's gone away. And I'm glad, because at least he's got away from you.
Can I get you anything?
Don't you touch me. I don't want you anywhere near me again, do you hear? Do you really think you can treat me like that? Go behind my back with her and lie to me as if I'm nobody? And then just simply smooth it all over with some of your pathetic charm.
No, I don't think that. I'm just sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
You've hurt me more than anyone, Scott. I was so proud of you. I really loved you. I mean, I loved Donna as well, of course, and goodness knows I tried to love Kelly, but you're my son! And I thought we were so close.
We are close.
No! It's all been one big lie.
I couldn't tell you. I wanted to tell you, but she wouldn't let me. She made me promise.
There should have been nothing to tell. You should have never done it in the first place.
She wouldn't leave me alone. She was always on at me all the time. I mean, you know what she's like.
She's always been the same. Man mad. Don't know where she gets it from.
I think I can see somebody moving.
I can't see anything.
I take it Mrs. Windsor's not open yet.
Vicar, we didn't hear you coming, did we, Edna?
That young man and his trumpet have put up a barricade. But like in the Bible, we've compassed him in and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city.
Well, actually, I only wanted a stamp.
I'm very glad to hear it. Perhaps you could explain to your companion that we're not living in some kind of Old Testament war zone.
Emily!
I used my key, Mrs. Windsor. I hope that was all right.
But it's your morning off.
I know. I kept meeting people in the street who kept saying you weren't open yet. And there's a little queue of people outside the door.
I'm not going to open.
Now, Mrs. Windsor,
I'm never going to open again.
perhaps you could talk to the vicar about that. He said he'd like to call round.
You can tell him I'm doing my counts.
Mrs. Windsor, this is no way to deal with a problem. This is being an ostrich. Now, I can understand you feeling a little bit upset, so I'm going to make you a fresh cup of tea.
Coffee.
Coffee. And then I'm going to open up the shop.
I can't. I've got a terrible headache.
You don't have to go out. I will assume all responsibility. It's not just the shop, Mrs. Windsor, it's the post office. We have to maintain Her Majesty's services. Besides, the people who are saying there's been an unnatural relationship in this family are quite wrong. They weren't brother and sister at all. They aren't even blood related. And so I shall tell these people who are saying uncharitable things.
Thank you, Emily. So nice to have somebody on our side. Somebody who's still got a good word to say about my family.
Not that it wasn't adultery, Mrs. Windsor, because it was. And adultery is a sin I cannot condone at all. If I treated my poor Butch like Kelly treated Roy, I'd expect to be ostracised by the entire community. I think you should make your mother a cup of tea. Coffee.
Hey, I feel just like that Bathsheba Evergreen in Far From the Madding Crowd.
It's Everdeen. Bathsheba, it's not Evergreen. Sorry, I did it at GCSE.
Clever lad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to go far.
It's all right, love. I still feel like her, whatever she's called. How are you getting on?
Oh, champion.
What about you?
Oh, not bad. I nearly finished the kids' rooms.
Oh, you're a wonder, you are. No, I can't wait. I can't wait to see them.
Well, after Tuesday, you won't have to wait.
You know, I've always loved Harvest. But this year makes you realise nothing's as important as your family.
Aye. When me and Lisa split up that time... Well, I know what I've got now. With her and Bella. I know what they mean. Huh?
It's all you've got. Family. It's everything that matters.
You're a bit quiet, Mark.
Well, he's young. From where he's standing, all what we're talking about's a far-off country. Isn't it, lad?
Sort of.
Oh, I can't believe how things are sorting themselves out. Kids are coming home, the house is going to be ready. Harvest's underway, everyone's helping. Even Sarah's coming round tonight so we can sort out properly when she can see them.
You keep talking as if she's not going to want them to live with her, and you know she might.
Cross that when you get there, eh, Jack?
Aye.
Good pork pie, is this? Here's to that, was it Bathsheba, what's it? She does a great packed lunch.
Is Mrs. Windsor ill?
No, she's got a very bad headache.
And wasn't there anyone in the family able to help?
No, I think they've all got bad headaches. What can I do for you, Mrs. Birch?
I'm surprised to see you here.
I work here, Mrs. Birch.
I'd have thought you'd have handed your notice in.
I like working here, Mrs. Birch.
It's a flesh pot of Babylon.
No, it's a post office.
Emily, will you tell Viv I'll pop in later?
It's no use, Mr. Woods. She won't see anyone.
There should be a red light in that window.
At the supermarket, we're on out of mouthwash then. I'll tell you what, I'll get someone to deliver it to your door. And if I can't find anybody, I'll deliver it myself. Tell her I was asking for her, will you?
Hello, Vicar. We meet again.
Hello again. May I go through?
I'm sorry, Vicar. She won't see you. She says she's doing her accounts.
The wages of sin.
No, Mrs. Windsor's not done anything wrong.
Not her. Him. Come on, Gloria.
Oh, dear.
So why did you sleep with Scott? Just to hurt me? Drive a wedge between mother and son?
What do you think I am?
I'm a bit afraid to say.
I told you. I thought I loved him.
Love? You don't know the meaning of the word, Kelly. You don't love anybody but yourself. No, you've really done it this time.
What do you mean?
Well, I've tried hard enough with you, goodness knows, but this time you've gone far too far. You've hurt Roy, you've hurt Scott, you've hurt Donny, you've hurt me. You have destroyed my whole family.
What are you going to do?
I want you out of here.
But...
You can't stay under the same roof as Scott. People will talk. They'll never let it alone. No, I want you out.
Well, that's fine. So I'm planning on staying here anyway.
Fine.
Fine. In fact, I'll go right now.
Where will you go?
Back to my cottage. Chris won't turn his back on me. Not like some people. He's never let me down yet. He'll help me. Dumped me at the airport.
But that's unbelievable.
I know. And now my whole family's turned against me.
All of them?
Yeah. So I need my key back to the cottage, and if I could carry on in my old job just till I sort myself out, I could.
Kelly, I said Roy dumping you was unbelievable because I didn't think he had it in him. If I'd been Roy, the way you treated him, I'd have done it years ago. I've already found myself a new and far more efficient receptionist than you. I've let the cottage to Richie. But even if I hadn't, I wouldn't help you now if you were the last girl on earth. Go away, Kelly. Go and prey on somebody else.
And what I really can't believe is that you knew about it the whole time.
Well, we're friends then.
You didn't tell me.
We don't split on you, mates.
No, yeah, but we're husband and wife.
That's right, and I won't split on you to them two either.
I just can't believe you'd hide something from me like that.
Paddy.
It seems so secretive.
Will you not go on?
Right.
Ashley? What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. Just looking.
What at?
Woolpack.
Ashley, you want that dog collar of yours a bit tight these days so it's affecting your brain?
Sorry?
First you fall in love with this lovely, sexy woman, which most people would say no chance.
Thanks very much.
Because you're a vicar. Then, surprise, surprise, this lovely, sexy woman falls in love with you. And just when it's all going like a fairy tale, you go and ruin everything by telling her you want to go off to Leeds, of all places.
Well, Leeds does have a few good points.
And then, instead of seeing the error of your ways and rushing in there with an apology or, say, a few red roses, you're standing about of an evening looking at the Woolpack.
I feel I can't go in.
Of course you can go in. Just go in there and tell her that you're not going.
But I can't. I am. It's not that simple.
Ashley, I'm very disappointed in you.
Well, everyone's very disappointed in me. My parishioners are disappointed in me for having a relationship with Bernice. You're disappointed in me for jeopardising it. That's what I'm doing, isn't it? I'm risking losing Bernice.
I don't know, Ashley. But I know you're breaking her heart.
What do you want?
Lisa, I ain't got nowhere to stay. They don't want me at home, and Chris, he's let the cottage, and I can't think of nowhere else.
Roy were my mate.
I know. He said you always stuck by him no matter what.
Yeah. And that's why you're not staying here. You're the best man in the world, and you did that to him. How could I take you in after that? How could I write and tell Roy?
But I thought they were so in love.
I still think they are.
It's all going wrong.
Maybe they'll sort it.
All these couples splitting up. Bernice and Ashley.
We don't know that yet.
Kelly and Roy.
Hardly in the same category.
Jack and Sarah.
Seth and Betty. Joke.
Well, you shouldn't joke about things like that. All those broken hearts.
Hey, I never break your heart.
You promise?
If I ever go to Spain like Roy, I'm taking you with me.
You mean it?
Well, I've got debts. I need you to buy the ticket.
Oi.
I mean it.
Jack?
I knocked.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Right fiddly to iron these little things.
Yeah, they are.
You look a bit pale.
I feel a bit funny.
Have a sit down. Are you all right?
I've just never seen this kitchen look so like everything was here except for me. The way I'd get it ready for the kids coming back, only it's not me doing it.
Jack seemed a bit stuck with the harvest and everything. I offered to help.
You don't need to explain.
No, I don't.
I've come to see Jack about the kids.
He said you would. They're all out in the fields. I've just sent Angie out to mark.
Did he say anything else? Is he going to let me have them? To stay, I mean.
I think you'd better ask Jack that, don't you?
You're looking really fit.
That's what I'm doing it for.
GCSE results.
What have you brought those for?
They're addressed to you.
You know what they say.
Ever hopeful?
Look, I know what I did. Go on, open them.
You, unclassified.
Told you.
The whole lot of them.
I wrote rubbish. Song lyrics.
I saw Johnny's one this morning. He's passed the lot.
Good for him.
You were doing so much better than him. It's such a waste, Mark.
Look, Mum, I know it looks like I made a mistake, but I'm okay. I'm gonna make something of myself, I swear I am. Not just for me, but for you and Dad as well. It's all I've got left now. Family. It's everything that matters.
You know, you're all right, you are.
Take after me, Mum.
Come on.
Angie looks happy enough.
Aren't you happy then?
Nothing's ever perfect, is it? How's the harvesting going?
It's hard work. Mark's just a lad. Zach likes the bits when we stop for the break best. Good uns, though.
I was, thinking, as you're so busy, perhaps we could start this sharing thing by me picking the kids up from the airport for you.
I'm not that busy.
Right.
What I'll do, though, I'll bring them round to see you straight away.
To stay over?
Not the first night.
Well, I've got the room.
What do you mean you've got the room?
We've moved into Chris's cottage.
Nice for you.
Please, Jack.
I'll bring them to see you straight from the airport. And then, later on, when they've settled, we can talk about them staying over.
Right.
Maybe, eventually, they could stay for weekends.
This is awful. I hate it.
Well, I hate it too.
They're my children. I need to be with them.
So do I.
I tried everyone I could think of, Betty. No one else will have me.
So you thought good old Betty, eh? She's always a soft touch.
No. But you said once, if I needed to, I could come to you.
Aye, I'm not dead. Come on in, love.